All right, guys, when it comes to coming to Colombia, a lot of individuals make the mistake of thinking that they could just come here and just do whatever they want to do.
Hmm.
Well, we're here to tell you that's not necessarily true. My
No.
name is Andre,
My name is
and
Sandra.
we are
Love
Love Crossing
Crossing
Borders.
Borders.
And tonight's topic is a good one. We're going to talk about some of the things that you should never, and I mean ever, do while you are here in Colombia. It's a different culture, it's a different situation, scenario, but you're going to love it no matter what takes place. So we're going to get started in a moment. But we're going to give you guys a few moments to come in. We got a couple guys in here. We see we just
Hmm.
got four in here so far. So we'll give you some time. We know that we did this live stream link in the last few moments. So we'll give you guys some time to come in.
Hmm.
But in the meantime, you see how your girl Andrea is here with us to enjoy the live stream
Yeah, I know.
with your girl. It's been a minute. We had a chance to enjoy the day. We had a very, very busy day.
We did. We did
We got,
actually.
yeah,
Yeah, we
everything
did so
from
many
grocery
things.
shopping to
Exactly.
everything.
I don't know if you did you tell them about the cholesterol thing, no?
No, tell them.
One of the things, you guys, that I've been really focused with Dre and be like really on top of it is you know, the cholesterol part. You know, I've been talking about her high blood pressure thing and everything because something genetic. And from the last year we have been that only issue with the cholesterol. And we were like, but what's going on? And you know, like, be more careful with your eating and everything. So he got a new medication in January, this January.
Oh, it looks
And
like we're freezing a little bit.
yeah.
Yeah, looks like we're freezing. We might have to change the router, guys.
Okay, let's change the router. Yeah, the router.
Yep. So change it to that that right here. That one.
Okay.
Change. We're gonna freeze for a second, guys. We're trying to get everything in order.
Mm-hmm. Okay, let me know.
Let's see. Give it a second. And we will see. I know, right? This is the fun part. Okay, we're
Okay.
looking good. Looking good so far. Looking
Yeah, I
good.
like the light. How is okay. But yeah, and so his cholesterol was pretty high, really, really high. I was really surprised. And when I received the results a couple days ago, finally his cholesterol went down. So that's a really good news because that's something that we have been trying for the last year, and he's finally is getting better
Get that
results. So
cholesterol.
I'm being more on top with, or not a diet, because I don't like that word, because but or
Eating habits.
eating habits, you know, and be more and more healthy, not just Dre, you know, but me too, because I almost hit it 30. So obviously your body start change and everything, and we want to have kids in the future. So yeah, so we have been focused on that, of course. And yeah, that's the one of the things that I told Dre. Do you tell the guys about
The cholesterol.
your
because
cholesterol?
because one of the benefits of Andrea being in my life, she does help me focus on things that I forget about: sleeping,
Mm,
my diet, exercising, a lot of things that I should be on top of myself, but I'm so busy focusing on the business side.
mhm.
That, speaking of business side, we're going to let you guys know something. Speaking of the business side, uh so she focuses on the family. Like I say,
Mhm.
I'm the leader, she's the manager. So I may take us in a direction, but once we get there, whatever direction, Andre manages the whole circus. She takes care of the whole circus of our family.
Yeah.
And so
Yeah, that's one of the things, you guys, when you see me, and I don't want to be noisy when Andrew doing drinking hand,
mhm.
because I go into the conversation or something. It's not, and I told Dre, I don't care. I think I told you this through the comment section. Say, I don't care about Dre stories or exes or whatever. I mean, that's past. I'm care about that he's sleeping good. So that's the part where he's doing drinking hand or something. I say, Dre, go to the bed, because I'm more like, because that's one of the things that your cholesterol going higher, because your habits, eating not sleeping good, all of that cause so many things in your body. So that's why I'm on I'm more on the healthy part, that be noisy or let's see what my man's doing. No, I don't really care. But yeah,
And
one of the
before she does the shout outs, another thing on the business side, we are once again love crossing borders in YouTube jail.
Mhm.
We don't know why. We got to file an appeal. As you guys know, it's only been a month since we've been out of YouTube jail. They
Mhm.
haven't given us any reason. We don't have any strikes against any of our videos. We don't have any content taken from somebody. Nothing. We don't have anything that they're showcasing that we have a reason to be demonetized. So if you guys want to support the channel, there's the Cash App right there. We appreciate all the support that you guys give. So we'll be giving you shout outs from the Cash App tonight. But even the more, this has just pushed us to realize it is time for us to push and promote our Patreon. It's time for us to give you a lot more than just content on YouTube. There are a lot of travel videos that we have that we want you guys to enjoy, and those will be on our Patreon. A lot of when I go to the club videos that you guys don't get a chance to see, that I got, that you don't know nothing about, all those videos that you don't know nothing about except for a few dudes, those will be on the Patreon. When it comes to information regarding a small consultation, we're going to put together a 30-minute consultation for the Patreon page. So those of you that are trying to understand what it's like to come to Colombia, it won't be the detailed one or the personal one that other guys are getting, but it's going to be a small consultation for you guys. Also, you guys will have access to some of my motivational speaking videos that I'm be putting out. So you guys are saying that, Andre, you really need to get off the motivational speaking. I have things that I've already spoke about, and there's some new things that I'm going to be bringing down the turnpike. So when it comes to our Patreon, we're going to be launching it this Friday, because last of all, we are tired. We are tired of YouTube putting us in YouTube jail, then taking us out, then putting us in, and having no excuses. And we're seeing so many YouTubers go through this. And Richie Mack, shout out to him, Zoom to Thailand. He's been on us about, Andre, you need to get your Patreon to protect your channel, protect your brand, and continue to be able to give the quality information that you guys give, that you and Andrea give. So if you guys are going to donate tonight, please donate to the Cash App, because that's the only thing that we have for right now. Like I said, when I get done with this, I'm going to be filing the appeal to get us back to being monetized. But this dance we're done with. We're just going to have you guys go to Patreon, especially some of you guys that have been on our team for the longest. We want to see you guys be able to receive even greater information from us.
Okay, I'm gonna start the shout out. Gabriel, he said, "Saludos, Dre. I hope all is well."
Oh yeah.
Stefano say, "What's up? Hope everyone is doing well. Make sure they hit the like button on your way in." And thank you so much. Thank you a lot. Yeah, hit the like button. Thank you so. Yeah, I know. Welcome back, Susan. Yeah, you guys, and Andrea Wallace TV. In the future, I'm gonna make a video. What has been going on with me and everything. So, but yeah, everything is doing well right now, thanks to God.
Amen.
My mom is here, of course. Thank you a lot. Tevin say, finally, I'm here early after the algorithm was stopping the notification from popping up.
For everybody, it does that on everybody's channels. On all YouTubers go through this.
Bobby, thank you so much, Bobby, for being here. That's what's up. Checking it.
Shout out to Bobby.
Pumem is here. Thank you a lot.
313 boys.
Checking slow down on the arepas. Actually, we eat arepas, but I select arepas with two ingredients at the grocery store, and the one that they don't have any salt. It's just two ingredients. The most healthy arepas we eating every morning. Yeah, of course, no cheese or no nothing. They got like 30 ingredients. No, they're delicious. Yes, but no for us for the breakfast. No.
Hey, fellas, remember I told you how Andrea reminds me of Claire Huxtable and all that she does? You don't know about Claire Huxtable.
No, I don't.
And remember how Bill when Heathcliff used to always want to sneak a big submarine sandwich? He'd be in the kitchen making his sandwich, and then his wife would walk in, and she'd be like, "Babe, so what are you doing eating that sandwich? You know that's not going to help your cholesterol. It's not going." All the time throughout the years, he's tried to sneak and eat a sandwich, and he never got a chance to really enjoy one. That's Andrea. That's Andrea. If I act like I want to eat something that's really, really unhealthy and I've eaten it back to back,
Yeah.
one of the best things that we did do, I can say, is buy an air fryer. We got a dual air fryer that's got air fryer on both sides. We got that for Christmas.
Really helpful. Really, really helpful. Yeah, it is.
Yep.
Kenny say, what is YouTube jail that when you not
When you're
monetize?
not monetized anymore. We were in YouTube jail. Remember, guys, from November to December,
Mm-hmm.
we were in YouTube jail. We lost our monetization. They didn't tell us why. We just got it back, and now they say, hey, you've been demonetized, and they give no reason whatsoever.
Mm-hmm.
So they tell me during the appeal, you got to create a video verifying why you should not be demonetized, because they gave us no reason for being demonetized.
Yeah, Ransom say buenas tardes. Actually, is buenas noches. Just got released from the VA hospital in high blood sugar, feeling much better. So
That's
that
good.
I made some significant diary changes. Yeah, that's so true. Thanks God, Dre and I. We are really good in that part because the doctor, because here in Colombia, like, okay, you got high blood pressure, let's see how is your sugar, because if you
Diabetes.
got diabetes, so it's so thanks God, the only thing is his high blood pressure because his family, of course, family records.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, Kids and Dreams is here. So a little
Shout out,
bit of
family.
Drea. Thank you so much for being here. Germon is here too. I saw Germon here.
Oh, yeah,
Yeah, there we go.
my man.
Mississippi TV is here too.
Put the letter I, PPI.
Okay, I think we okay, there we go. There we go.
All right, looks like we basically hit everything. Like we said, tonight's topic is things in Colombia you ain't got no business doing. It's just a no-no. Some of you guys will recognize some of these, and some of you guys will be surprised at some of the things. Shout out to Charles.
Mm-hmm.
We got, what, 38 people in here?
38.
Make sure we got at least 35 likes, guys. Thank you very much. And like I said, once again, we are demonetized. So if you want to support the channel this evening, it's the Cash App.
Is one of the things that I told to my mom, because she said, "Are you doing a live stream?" I said, "Yeah, mom, I'm gonna do the live stream, tonight." And she was really happy, obviously, mom and dad. And one of the things that I'm gonna say, I forgot.
Okay.
That's one of the symptoms when you have this. That you
Okay.
forgot things. Yeah, I'm gonna say something about today, and I forgot what I'm gonna say. Literally, I forgot what I'm gonna say. Maybe I'm gonna remember later.
Okay, cool.
Yeah, it is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah. Now I remember, and I told my mom, I think people assume that we are separate or something, that we haven't been
Been together.
on Law Crossing Border, because on Instagram I've been posting and everything, but there's some things, you guys, that you need to handle indoors, of course.
True.
But yeah, no, that's not the reason.
And plus, some of you guys in the WhatsApp group, you talk to Andrea all day, every day anyway.
Mm-hmm.
So you know what's going on with Andrea.
Yeah, skin glow. Okay, wait a second. Dre, skin glowing tonight. Shine bright like a diamond.
Shine bright like a diamond. Thanks, brother.
The diamond, they're having another diamond.
No, that's right.
Okay, we're gonna start right now with the topic for tonight.
All right, we're gonna start with the first one, which is
Wear flip flops. Is that right?
I love what she said.
Flip
Chanclas.
flops, chanclas. End of the day, in shorts in Bogota.
Yes, I know you guys think when you're outside of Colombia or even South America that you think that this is like a Caribbean island and that we only have one weather, 80 degrees plus. That's not true. That's not true for Medellin. Medellin doesn't even get to 80 degrees on a regular day. That's not true for many cities, many locations, Manizales, Paredes, the whole coffee region.
Mm-hmm.
But it is especially not true for Bogota. If you think you're coming to Colombia and you're dressing and you plan on meeting somebody in Bogota, bruh, do not wear flip-flops or shorts in Bogota. It averages about between 55 to 75 degrees in Bogota. Bogota has some hot days, but their version of hot days are like fall for us. So if you guys from up north, if you know how it is with the fall weather, that's Bogota every day. Medellin is spring, the city of eternal spring. That's what it's called. Bogota is eternal fall. That coldness when you know it's before Thanksgiving, that coldness that's at night where it does not warm up. That's Bogota. They have a few warm days, just like the fall, but for the most part, it is not a place where you want to wear shorts and flip flops.
No, it's not the weather, of course, and you look weird. That's one
Yeah,
of the
that's
things.
another thing.
That's one of the things that I mean, because most of the people that we see in shorts and in flip flops are
Foreigners.
white
White boys
foreigners,
and
white
white boys.
boys. And I don't want to offend anybody, of course, but I don't know why most of them are Europeans.
True.
And like I said, I don't want to offend anybody, but one of thing as a Latinos is we are clean in the sense that we take a shower at least twice or three times per day, and smell good is part of a hygiene, of course, obviously. So that's one of the things because I remember the flight that we have, and we saw a foreigner, and
They
I
have
mean,
the shorts and the flip flops on. It's the
no,
same thing
but
when
the
I
smelling
and the
part.
smell. See. I'm not the only one to
That's why
smell.
I'm
Hey,
talking
white
about.
brothers, talk to your white brothers.
I don't want to offend anybody, any European, but seriously, in Latin America, we care a lot about the hygiene, the cleaning part, the smell good.
I
Yeah.
like what your mom said. He said it's Bogota's football weather. That's right. It's American football weather. That's exactly what it is. Year round.
Yeah.
So if you meet somebody in Bogota, if you're going to hang out in Bogota, do not wear a short. I'm going to tell you this also
Hmm.
about Cali. At least for me, you might not want to wear shorts even in Cali because of they have these little invisible mosquitoes that will eat your legs. Dude,
Yeah.
they're just so small. And you could be outside for a few minutes with some
You are
shorts
super
on.
sweet, like your boy.
Yeah, yeah. If you,
They
it's
never
like
attacking me, but always Dre.
me, dude, they will eat. I'm talking about in 5 minutes, you'll end up with at least 10, 15 bites. They're that fast, that small, and you won't see it coming. So I rarely wear shorts. I wear shorts to the gym. Like we go to the gym, but like walking around, I'm being fly on a nice sunny day. No, I don't.
Yeah, but it's okay. Whatever you want to decide and where is cool, but check it out the weather before the city before you going to. It's
Yep.
for example like you wearing shorts in Salento with Salento during the night super cold, and you see a lot of people with shorts and then they're freezing because Salento is coffee region. Coffee region got a
It's
cold
cold. It's in a
weather.
mountain region.
Yeah, yeah, obviously. Okay,
Shout out to
yeah,
Kitty.
exactly. The weather, can say average weather is 72 Fahrenheit. Remember that we use centigrados. So we never use Fahrenheit.
Celsius.
Celsius. So yeah, no, Medellin is cool weather, but sometimes it rains a lot.
Mhm.
It's like nothing like this. Detroit weather is brutal here.
Man, y'all got some bad weather going on in the States right now. Even in California, it's looking bad.
Yeah.
Snow, let it snow, let it snow, let it snow.
Stefano says smell like chicken soup. Exactly.
Yeah, smell like chicken soup.
Wet dog overload over in Europe.
Yes. Sad, but true.
They love the dark skin. It say Brazil too. I was if all you can eat buffet for
Let's see
those
if they can see you
mosquitoes.
better if you slide over some. Like
What?
you disappeared.
Wait a
So
second.
let's move this over here.
No, because I think the
Slide you over.
camera.
That's what I'm saying. Slide you over this way.
No,
There we go. That's a little better.
a little bit. One night they keep me up for 2 hours.
Oh yeah.
African Wolf say, "Oh, we cooking on Wednesday."
Shout out to African Wolf in the building.
Which Colombian city is hottest year around? Round. We can say
I was-
Barranquilla.
That in Kia.
Barranquilla is super hot. Barranquilla, Barranca Bermeja,
Santa Marta,
Santa Marta, all the cities that they are
Atlantico.
super close in the Atlantico coast and the border with Venezuela. Cucuta.
Would you say Cartagena?
Um, not too much.
What? You
Cartagena
don't think
is not.
Cartagena's not hot year round?
Yeah, during the summer, yes, but Barranquilla is harder.
That's where was. Oh, is it?
But yeah, obviously, babe.
Wow.
Remember that we went to Barranquilla in February? We would just inhale.
Yeah.
That I even couldn't dress,
You want to
use
do it well in your
dresses.
face?
What, babe?
that.
I'm sorry, my bad. There we go. Yeah, it's really. Ay, what did I do?
That's
Okay,
it.
there
You
we
good?
go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I can read it. What the? Ah, is a
You good?
mouse. Okay. Okay. Is your mouse doing something here? Okay. It's here. How can I? It's
Uh, put. Let's see. This suspense.
Mr. Spend you and your computer.
Okay.
Okay, let's see. I can read. I still can read. What is going on with your? Okay, whatever. I'm not gonna fight with this. Shorts are only for the Costa Rican, Cartagena, and Barranquilla. Yeah, and sandals too. FIFA or chanclas.
Right.
Cartagena. What? Cartagena Coast City feel like on on oven. I hate Cartagena.
And it floods in Cartagena. A lot of people don't realize that.
Flood and it floods sometimes. No, floods every time that is raining really hard,
Yeah.
like really,
I'm gonna take
really
that out your
hard.
face.
Um, it's really hard. Yeah, in the centro area is a pool.
Like floating cars flood.
In Centro Cartagena, yes, that happens every year. So don't be surprised. Okay, I just left 2 weeks ago from Cartagena and it was hot.
Oh yeah.
For us, it wasn't too hot. It
Yeah, it
was
wasn't
breezing
bad.
a lot.
Yeah.
It was really good for us in
We just got
Cartagena.
back last weekend, so
Yeah, we have such a pretty good time
we did
with
have a
mom and
good
dad.
time. Great
Celebrating
restaurants.
his day 30, 31,
31st
31st
wedding
wedding
anniversary.
anniversary. That's a lot of time.
That's a lot of time.
Okay, the second one, number 2, refuse a shot of aguardiente.
Yes. If somebody offers you a shot in Colombia, and I'm talking about among people that you know, we know that you can't just take a drink from anybody.
Oh
But
yeah.
if it's somebody that you know and that you're cool in the group, you had a family reunion or family function, in other words, or if you had a table full of people that you know, or even if you met a new group of people, not just one individual, it is not uncommon for them to offer you a shot of aguardiente, a shot of rum. Take the shot. The other thing about shots in Colombia, there's only one shot glass, guys. Don't be all funny style. Oh, they passing around a shot glass and everybody taking it. Dude, that's Colombia. That's togetherness. That's oneness. Like back in the day. Oh, y'all want to act funny style? Don't let me tell Andre about them 40-ounce days. How we used to drink them 40 ounces of what was it? OE,
What? What?
Old English 800. For all you old heads that used to drink old when we were all young. Old English 800.
Uh-huh.
While Irish Rose, Boone's Farm, Cisco. It wasn't a bunch of glasses and cups around while we were standing around, was it? We had that 140 or maybe 240s. It's about 5 or 6 of it, and we be killing them 40s. And what do you do when this last? Hey, dog, go ahead, kill that. That last sip, what do you do? Go ahead, dog, go and kill that. Then you open up the next one and you have your drinks. So don't act funny style when we say it's one shot glass here in Colombia, and you take your shot, and then the next person take a shot, and the next person take a shot. That's their unity. But some of you dudes come down here, you want to act funny style, like I don't take no shots. Like, oh, you don't, huh? So you wasn't living in the United States in the 80s and 90s when we were just doing one bottle of beer, Wild Irish Rose. Come on, I mean, one bottle of beer or one bottle of Wild Irish Rose or one bottle of Cisco, and we wouldn't take it to the head. So don't be coming down here 30 years later acting all funny style.
30 years. Everybody hit the same bottle in the States. The alcohol killed the germs.
Thank you.
Yeah, that's so true. It's so I don't want to make the joke because we gotta how do you say I'm in here like, yeah, I don't want to share with everybody the same bottle. Oh, but then you eating.
Oh.
And that's not nothing happens to you. But share the same glass. Oh my God.
So she's saying that it's people down here, dudes, that'll be like, I don't want to take a shot from everybody. But you'll sit up there and you'll eat some coochie, but you won't take a shot.
Yeah. Exactly.
So
yeah.
shout out to Chef's Game.
I'm gonna pass on the shots. It has to be a special occasion for me consuming alcohol. Okay, that's good.
Understood. Understandable.
Thank you for the day. Take to the head scary movie reference.
Come on, take it to the head.
Okay, the number 3. Make jokes about guerrillas or
Pablo.
Uncle Pablo.
Yes, no jokes here about Pablo. Don't be coming down here trying to make him seem like he a hero because he's not down here. He's not even the anti-hero. He's not the person that you want to come down here talking about. You don't want to make jokes about the guerrilla forces down here. This is not that country where you want to make enemies in regards to that. In the States, we make Pablo into this hero. But when you come here and you listen to the real stories from real people, if y'all want to hear some stories, when you guys get a chance, if you're in the WhatsApp group, hit up Andrea about some Pablo stories. We won't talk about it on YouTube, but she got some stories. I got stories. I got stories that are so sad that you like, man, I see why these people didn't like this dude.
Yeah, exactly. That's not good. Only if you're coming here, or if you're going to outside and say that you visit Colombia and you got a different experience compared to others. And because people got the reference of Netflix a lot, and Colombia woman too. So is the thing that we have out there. But yeah, you guys, jokes about guerrillas and Pablo, no, because that is a really delicate how do you say conversation topic that it's like a put salt in the how do you say
wound. Putting the salt in the wound.
Exactly. That we trying to still nowadays we're trying to let that in the past, but people are still doing it, still conversation, and it's really delicate. You see me I've been in YouTube for 4 or 5 years, and I never talk about, or you never see me opinions about guerrillas or something like that too hard. People ask and everything, and they do how do you say reach out on the Google and I'm not gonna talk about that. That's not my thing. That's really delicate for Colombians. So no. So that's one of the things. Make jokes about that. No, that's really actually disrespectful for a Colombian.
Yeah.
Most of the Colombians. Some Colombians, they don't care. They think it's cool. But most of the Colombia, that's really pretty offensive.
And shout out to my man Woods for the love of the game. And he talked about the hat collection. Thank you very much, brother. Thank you very much. We got more hats as well. So yeah, thank you very much for the super chat. The cash app.
Yeah, it is sensitive topic. Yeah, it is.
It really is.
Yeah. Okay. The next one.
Oh, this is the most important one. We're talking about things you should never, ever do while you're in Colombia. When I talk about if or maybe, these are things that you will have no business doing. We already talked about wearing shorts and flip-flops. And you don't want to do that, bro, in public. I know you dudes want to wear your Jordan sandals and all that. You don't want to do all that in public, man. Well, I want to be comfortable. See, that's why you look like America, and that's why you look like a Target. This is South America, not North America. Number two, Andre just said, don't talk about the gorillas. Do not talk about Pablo. Nobody want to hear about that. It's very sensitive. There's still people that are still in mourning because of some things that took place. And the next one we're looking at is don't get papaya, dude.
Don't get papaya. Actually, we have papaya in the fridge. But yeah, don't give up, and that applies for everybody, not just foreigners. It's for even Colombian. That was it was. I didn't tell you this. There is she's a famous Instagrammer here, and she got robbed in El Poblado, but no Poblado Medellin, what is luxury neighborhood, Poblado Cali. We got a Poblado neighborhood Cali, but that neighborhood is in the hood. And she got robbed, cell phone, jewelry, everything. And people say, why are you going to with all that jewelry in Poblado? Don't and we explain Poblado Cali is nothing compared like Poblado Medellin, even though in Poblado Medellin you got robbed too if you give papaya. But yeah, it's for everybody, for me, for Dre, for everybody.
Everybody.
So, yeah.
And what get papaya actually means, guys, is we have a papaya. Do me a favor, babe. Go grab the papaya. You said we have papaya here, right?
No, but it's already cut.
Oh, we sliced it. Okay, cool.
Yeah.
Papaya is a fruit that's like orange, but it's the shape of a football, American football. It's that big. And excuse me. And once you slice it, you have to eat it. You can't just slice a papaya in half. It's like slice a football in half. Or when you slice an apple, you got to eat it, or it's going to start slowly and rapidly rotting. Same thing with the papaya. That's what the term comes from. If you put a person in a position, they gotta rob you. You put yourself in a position, they gotta rob you now. If you put yourself in a position where you keep leading with your money, the female gotta ask you for money now. Why? Because you keep opening up your mouth, talk about all your money. So it is. You wearing gold, they gotta rob you now. You got your cell phone out. You cut the papaya open. When you cut it open, it's got to be eaten now. You can't just reseal a papaya just like you can't reseal an apple. It's still going to slowly but surely rot if you don't eat it. Same thing with papaya.
Okay, one of the things. Do you have papaya in
the States?
Yeah.
I think we do. I just never tried it in the States.
Okay. Okay.
So definitely, guys, do not open yourself up. In other words, don't give papaya. Don't open yourself up with your jewelry, with your conversation. Some of y'all got news for you. You talk too much. You're telling about your business. In the States, I own this and I got this. And that's why she's going to keep asking you for money. Because you talk too much. It's
like when sometimes we got sales, like for example, in the well, we need to pay taxes and you didn't pay, for example, taxes last year or in the last 5 years, and you got this year, you got an advantage to you got 50% discount, 80% discount. We do that in Colombia too. If you didn't pay taxes of your house or whatever taxes you own, so we call here el papayazo. Like you need to take the advantage to el papayazo, like the papaya, because to pay for it. So that's one of the things that papaya for us not just mean a fruit, is to a slang that we use here. Yeah, papaya is the same with a woman. She put a papaya over there, I'm gonna eat the papaya. So it's the same with women. Like, okay, she's over there, she give me the change.
So yeah, I'm gonna take the chance to get that sex.
Yeah,
she gave papaya.
Yeah,
she put herself in a position.
Or a woman that take advantage of you. She said, he gave me papaya, so I eat the papaya. So that's one of the things when it comes to that slang, that phrase that we use. Okay. Okay, that's why I choose to live in America, where I can keep a gum on me.
Pause.
What?
Come on, you know me.
Okay, my bad.
I'm gonna let you just let that sink in for a second.
What?
What he just said. That's why I choose to live in America, where I keep a gun on me. You still living in a country where the crime rate is so high, you have to have lethal protection. You guys complain about other countries in South America. But what's the most they take from you in South America? A cell phone,
Yeah, that's
a
really
chain.
that's material things. That's just
they'll
like
take a few dollars from you.
yeah.
Now let's go to North America.
Your life.
What they taking from you on a regular basis? Every time you turn the news on, every time you turn the newspaper on, or read a newspaper, they taking lives. They're deleting people.
Exactly. That's a humongous.
So when you sit back and you say that you would rather live in a country where they do mass deletion, you or family member could be inside of a Target, and the next thing you know, you never see your family member again. And you think that you're saying something that's better? Are you thinking that you're saying something that makes us feel like, yeah, you're right, bruh? No, it's sad that you have to do that. It's sad that you have to live in a country that you have to have lethal protection. Let me let you go on.
Yeah, it's like, for example, you guys, that we want in the future live in other country, and one of the options is Italy, for example. And my family Italy say, yeah, it's very secure, but in several hours. Okay, if you're going to metro at 12, you're gonna get robbed. So it's everywhere, but obviously compared to other countries, that's the huge difference. Okay. One of the things is putting yourself in a position to be taken advantage, or whatever it may be, bad contracts, bad deals, bad areas.
That's a good point.
Exactly. Yeah, we have papaya in America. In America. Okay, it's probably not the best quality of papaya. I think so too. I think so too. Here eating papayas and mangoes. Yeah, we
always have papaya. We got papaya and mango. We just got mango today.
Mango. Those mangoes. Okay. Ever since I left America, I feel now I felt how is to be treated like a human and never going back.
True. I think that's probably, and I'm not talking about. You might want to move out of your face, babe.
Okay.
And I'm not saying true in a sense of racism only. I'm not saying in the sense I'm treated more like a black man, like a man should be treated. I'm just talking about in general. Americans, we don't realize we're not just considered rude when we leave the country. We're not known as the rude Americans just in when we go to other countries. We some rude mother to ourselves too.
Yeah, I saw that.
We are very rude. How many videos you see? No, let's put it like this. How many other countries got a world star like ours? To where every time you turn around, somebody's fighting somebody's McDonald's drive-through.
Exactly.
I just saw the video of the lady that she was returning some bottles to the local store. The young lady didn't give her money fast enough. She went back home, got her 4 ghetto daughters to come and beat up on the lady that was a cashier just doing her job because she didn't give her the money for some bottles, returning bottles.
You didn't have patience or like empathy. Is that right?
Yeah, no empathy.
Yeah, it's like we when they say those videos, even a girl that she was mad and she destroyed the counter on Starbucks because she ordered Starbucks with this meal and they got a mistake to give her Starbucks with almond meal, and she created a whole drama. Which is, I told Dre, if that something happens to us or something, we say, okay, excuse me, I got this, but we trying to figure out in a very respectful way. If you see some fighting or something, is because it's humongous thing. It's really like it's desperate, but just for like simple thing, oh no.
And most of the time, you see disagreements and craziness in Colombia. It's usually in the hood. It's usually dudes doing something in the hood. Yeah. So when you see somebody get deleted on a YouTube video, that's in the hood. That's not over here. If you see somebody two dudes having a machete fight, usually
No,
they drunk in the
here,
hood.
no. In some areas, no.
Yeah.
In the hood, yeah. That's why even though when we go to the hood for family, we're trying to be careful to be in indoors.
Yep.
No outdoors because you never know what drunk people can do. So yeah, it's better to avoid those things. Uncle Jeffrey is here.
Shout
Hey,
out
Andre and
Jay.
Andre, it's good to see you, family, in 4 months. Okay, that's good,
Countdown.
Chi.
We'll be here.
Okay. What it say? Some states in the U.S. someone break into your house and you delete it, then go to
You go to
jail.
jail.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Wow. What a second. Wrong place, wrong comment. Colombia is hard motor pet. Okay. What a second. There I got so many. Okay. Uh-huh. You can, okay, yeah, you can, since the awareness tell you if you, okay, tell you if you in a situation that you don't need to be in. Exactly.
Yes.
African wall, hold on, machete fights. Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Even when your grandma used to running of you with a machete, not to kill you, just with the
Oh
slide.
yeah.
Yeah, because that we call it la espada.
You can
It
get a
hits you
spank. They give
a
them
lot.
spankings
So they
with
just,
they give you spankings with the machete.
yeah,
Machete spankings when you a kid.
exactly. Machetazo, like not
Hey.
not to kill you, but just like yeah, give you a
Uh-huh.
little spank.
Kind of like our grandparents used to come with the switch. So, but also we were driving down the street the other day. Dude was selling machetes on the side of the road. Hey, anybody want to buy
No,
some
because
machete
machete is really useful when it comes to do something
around the house?
around the house, or if you're going to a farm or something, is useful, of course. But most of the people, they don't have machetes. I mean,
Hmm.
for what? Okay, random guy say, Buenas. I found out that here in Colombia there are some parts that they are like Americans. Boca Baja. Okay, caminando en el valle donde estoy. They say that they are very friendly. Okay, I'm trying to understand you coming. Uh-huh. Yeah, farmers. Yeah, that's true.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my grandma used to have a machete for for that because she's from the farm. Okay, the next one.
That's it. Yep.
Travel without cash.
Got in Colombia, bruh.
Bro.
When you guys come down here, usually one of the first places I take you to is the money exchange. Not at the airport. If you're gonna do it at the airport, just get you about $50 worth of money at the airport. So that would be like maybe 200,000 pesos.
Hmm.
But at the air, and that's way too much. I usually take you to the money exchange, or you can go to a bank. Why? A lot of places in Colombia take cards, but a lot of places in Colombia is just cash. It's just basically cash.
Hmm.
So you want to make sure that you have a certain amount of cash available. Sometimes also you may misplace your card or your wallet. You want to make sure that, listen, at least I have some cash stashed to tide me over while I'm here. And also, don't be like that dude from that was got locked down in DR a couple of weeks ago and didn't have any money. I know all of us would never put ourselves in a position like that, going to another country and not having enough money to get home. But at the end of the day, you do not want to be in a country and not have at least some peso, some of the currency that's there.
Exactly. Perfect example. Cuba.
Oh, perfect example.
Thanks God we brought more credit cards. Thanks God, and we got more dollars
Yeah.
just in case. Yeah.
Yeah, Cuba doesn't accept US dollars. They only accept
In
Canadian
in,
dollars.
in the
They ex-
in the exclusive hoteles to make sure.
yeah, and when you exchange your dollars in Cuba, that doesn't mean everybody's going to be accepting their own money. Cubans don't accept their own money in every area.
No.
And an American credit card, If you use an American credit card in Cuba, your bank in the United States will lock your your bank account up. And when I say lock it up, I'm talking about under investigation. They will lock your ass Flyboy way, ass Fresh,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
ask him what he had to go through when he went to Cuba and he used an American credit card, and how much hell and high water he went through to get his bank account and his card unlocked.
Yeah, one of the things, you guys, we definitely we love to back to Cuba, but of course, this time with more things for the people. Even though this
Yes.
is because I know that they got lost and everything, but trying to help the people with something, medication, or something that they can help, because over there the situation is not good at all. Yeah. Okay, let me go to say here. I came late, so possibly you talked
Yes, me
about
too.
this already. What are the gun laws in Colombia? Okay, in Colombia, you can have a gun if you obviously if you were with the if you
Security,
were security, if you are bodyguard, you got a
bodyguard.
permission, but yeah, bodyguard, yeah,
Hmm.
you got a permission to have your gun and use it, because that happens a lot here. Um, and of course, you can have a gun if you got all the papers and the permission to have a gun. For example, if you get caught with a gun and you don't have the papers, the documents, the registration, that give you jail here in Colombia. So yeah, here it's just few people got a gun, and most of them, if they got a gun, is because it's illegally. So
And
yeah.
also here, I did some research. You have to do training. And that's
Uh-huh.
so it's see, Colombia's license to carry a gun
Hmm.
is through the military. In the States, we don't get our licensing through the military. Here in Colombia, it's literally through the military that your license comes through. No matter what you're going to do with it, whether you work security or whether you work as a bodyguard or whether you work as a police officer, the security, the military are the ones that do the training. They put you through training, and at the same time, they're the ones that say, okay, this person can have a license or they can't have a license. It's the military down here. So,
Yeah.
but for the most part, you know, you won't need one. If you're not putting
Mm-mm.
your, I kid you not, guys, think about it. Your boy been here long enough. Other guys have been here long enough. I don't know any of the dudes down here that have, for the most part, that we put ourselves in situations and locations that we would even need one. That's
Yeah.
some US mindset stuff that I just need my protect. That's okay, cool. Mr. Texas, I got you. But here, most people don't need one. And wouldn't you want to be in a country or a continent that
No.
you really wouldn't need one? Well, what if somebody came up to, dude, what you gonna give them? Give me your cell phone.
No, and another thing is like ruin your life with a gun, because it's just material things. I mean,
It's
that's it.
never it's one thing I can say about here in Colombia. And Andrea always says this: whenever we see a major crime happens to somebody, we know that it was a story behind it. Whether that was his real girlfriend and she was doing something, or whether they were business partners and a business plan went bad, or whether they were two dudes that were brothers and got drunk. It's always a story behind it.
Mm-hmm.
It's never just like in the States, like a random somebody run up in the church and act a fool. That's the United States. So when you come to South America and all the myths that you've been hearing, and don't get me wrong, I love the United States, but there's a difference between being in a country where you have to be strapped and being in a country where you ain't really got to be strapped like that. And even if somebody approach you, handle the cell phone. It's a cell phone, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Some dudes even carry dummy cell phones because they're like,
Definitely.
here, take this.
Yeah. Elvis Garcia de Jesus, he said, "Hey, Andre and Andrea, I was just in Cali. One thing that I made is in my trip is to stay in Granada. In Granada,
Mhm.
there's a lot of security, and I didn't give papaya either.
No,
That's good.
Grenada's nice too.
Yeah, it's nice too.
And he's right about that security because all the restaurants and bars that are around there,
Mm-hmm.
there's always some security around it, always police officers around that area.
he says too, I notice in Colombian women, they love to dance. They like to dance by themselves, and plenty times they just leave the guys or flake if they're flaky
Like,
to the guys to go to dance by themselves is very normal over there. Okay, I'm very confused in
what?
this thing.
Okay, are you saying in Cali?
In Colombia.
Okay, in Colombia in general, what dancing are you doing? Because if you're dancing,
Okay, wait a second, my bad.
if you're dancing to reggaeton, I could see, or maybe reggae, or maybe hip hop. I could see something like that where the ladies just want to dance with the ladies like it's the prom or something,
Yeah.
and leave the guy sitting. I can see that, but you will never see that with bachata. You'll never see a woman for the most part dancing by herself with bachata
But another thing is that happens. Yeah, that
or
happens.
salsa.
Is because some guys they don't really care. They don't have the how do you say, babe?
The desire,
The desire, or we call I forgot.
ability.
Uh, no, it's a bird. Um, to ask you to dance. So they're like, okay, they don't take the advantage that we are here, so
Oh,
we're
they
gonna
don't
dance
have it.
by
That's
themselves.
true.
Oh no, I'm
That's
drawn, or I'm
true.
tired. So
That's
you see women
true.
dancing by themselves.
That's true. Dudes that do, women expect you for the most part to approach. And if you don't approach and that's their song, they like, okay, didn't nobody ask me. So they're like, you'll see women dance with women, dance with their girls. It's because a lot of times you dudes don't say nothing.
Hmm.
The song will come on, and since you so timid, or the Colombian dude is so timid, or he just think he's so cool, the ladies like, I'm not gonna let my favorite song go by, and they'll get on the dance floor.
Hmm.
So I could see that happen. I see a lot of time ladies dancing salsa with other ladies, not because they're trying to get away from the dudes or like don't bother me like in the States, but because dudes don't ask. So the ladies like, let's dance, girl.
Hmm. The one random guy, he said, I watched a video from a guy from Colombia. He came to the US for a culture exchange. The most shocking things that he seen was how you could buy bullets like mecatos or snacks. Everyone was open carrying. Was open carrying.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, weapons.
My bad.
Guns.
My bad. Wow. Yeah. It is. Yeah.
Yeah,
Is that really surprising? That you got
yeah.
the ability to get guns and bullets like nothing.
And I think most Americans don't realize most of the world is not like us in the States. I want that to sink in for a second, guys. Most of the world is not like us in the United States. Not because they think that people can't be wise with it, or people can't afford, artillery. Most countries in the world, you don't need it. And the crimes are so petty that if somebody walks up to you, say, I got a knife, give me your whatever it is, you're like, here, take it. It's not worth it. It's not worth your life. In the United States, that's why you always have the mass this, the mass that. We've already had more mass extinctions in the United States than we've had days of the year already. This year, the last 3 years, the United States has broken its own record prior to 2020, has broken its own record for mass extinctions. Every year we break the record with more and more. And
Mhm.
so when you sit back, you see that in the States, most of the world is not like the United States because they don't need it.
Mhm. Okay. What's the next one?
The next we're going to look at is this one here.
Okay. Hail a taxi at night.
Say that again.
Hail, is that right? Hail
Mhm.
a taxi at
Do
night.
not stop for a taxi at night. Use an app. We always send you guys apps. Use it. Are you right? Andre don't hail down a taxi during the daytime. We were
No.
just, even when we landed in Cartagena, it's at least 30 taxis out there. Andrea pulled her app out, do, 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 and she gets a particular taxi or Uber sent to us. She doesn't just jump in every taxi. We never do that.
Yeah, and here, just out of the mold because they are part of a company. But most of the time, no. I don't trust to just take a random taxi. No, I prefer to use apps in Driver, for example, that helps me a lot and save a lot of money.
Yeah, you do save money on. Yeah, if you just jump in a taxi, you pay more than you pay on the app. That's true.
Okay, we got something here. Random guy say, I really like the US, but just for opportunities, economically, family. That's it. Yeah, we understand that part.
Hmm.
Estefano say you can get, but okay, you get buy chicken breast, bread, salad, bullets are the same time in Walmart.
In Walmart, yep.
Mm-hmm. Okay. Okay. So you guys, I recommend to you to use uh apps in Driver. I use in Driver. I don't use anything else. I just use in Driver all the time. But yeah, I definitely recommend that because it's better to not give papaya with taxi drivers. Just call try a taxi and you don't even know his record or nothing like that. So yeah, I
And he
don't
drives
recommend.
you off to an area where you get got, and you like, it was a taxi driver. Probably was. He was in on it. Probably was.
Mm-hmm. Rana is here. What's up? I finally got my passport. Now I needed to find my remote job, and I will be out of the U.S. working on getting our SBR
There we
job
go.
this year. God is good.
All the time.
Won't won't He do it?
Won't he do it? Won't he do it? Come on, man. You gonna make me put my shouting shoes on, man. I'm glad to hear, man. Whenever you guys get your passports or when you travel for your first trips, man, I am so excited for you guys because it does open up your mind to a new world. And when you go back to the
Hmm.
States, you are never the same. Go ahead. Babe.
Okay, we got something here. Okay. Gringos are able to get a weapons through the military also with the cedula. What do you
You know
think?
what? I'm not sure in regards to gringos. I doubt that. Dude,
Salvoconducto? I don't know. I'm
I
not.
doubt that.
I'm pretty
I've
sure.
never seen a gringo come here. I mean, there's always some person that got exceptions, like if they throw enough
Oh,
money at
obviously
something. But
diplomatic or something. If you got
right,
diplomatic visa or something like that, especially permission, I think yes, but not just hey, I'm from the army. I need to have a gun. It's not a word like that. My
no,
bad. You know that
no.
okay. Andre, I like how you
Narrate.
narrate the drama of the brother that was at the pub airport without money. And he was late because he was begging the chica that he was messing with in Sosua.
Yeah, sleeping with the girl in Sasua, late for the airport, and now he wants everybody to pay. In other words, oh brother, please donate to blah 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 blah, and so forth and so forth. You look like, bruh, really? Is that what we're doing? We're going on, we're going on YouTube and begging for proceeds at the
Mhm.
airport. And so just be wise in regards to the things that you're going to do before you take your trip. And then you have a better trip knowing that you got everything taken care of. In other words, have some cash put to the side. Know somebody. This story with the brother in DR that got caught up, it wasn't just about the $100. It was about the fact that he said he was 37, 38 years old. And in 38 years, you don't know anybody that can help you out. You ain't got one friend with one family member with a credit card. Nobody that you could call for emergencies other than people on YouTube. In 38, I want you guys to ponder on that. Because that came to my mind a couple of days ago. Like, this dude's been around on the planet for 38 years, and he doesn't have not one person in his personal network. His mama, brother, cousins. He got an ex-girlfriend, a homeboy. Nobody can give him a measly $100. That means that and some of us need to, that made me stop and think, like some of us need to make sure that the network of people that we have for emergencies are people that we can depend on. I'm not just talking about people to hang out and have fun with, but you may have to have at least 1 or 2 people that you could trust for emergencies.
Mm-hmm. Okay. We want to the few ones to almost done this live stream.
Mm-hmm.
The next one is worry about time.
Yeah, when you in Colombia, don't never worry about time, bro. Because Colombians are slow for everything. They take their time for everything, everything, everything. As you guys well know, they take their time showing up for a date. They take their time in the grocery store. They take their time to cook the food for you at the restaurant. They take their time bringing you the bill. They just take their time. Nobody's in a rush, except for if they're in a car and they're not going anywhere. Colombians rush when they're in a car. As soon as they park that car, they are no longer in a rush.
Yeah. Yeah. That's typical here in Colombia. So it is what it is.
That definitely it is what it is.
Okay, that's the last one? Or are you gonna read it?
We got, let's see, I think one that we didn't hit. Another thing that you want to make sure that you don't do while you're here in Colombia. Do not say you can't dance. Get on. I don't care. I like what one brother just told. I think it was it Stefano?
About what?
Stefano. Somebody said, I'm coming to Colombia soon, and I'll be bringing my stiff hips with me. Meaning that he had enough confidence to say, I'm coming down there, and I know I can't dance salsa or anything, but I'm going to have fun anyway. Have fun. I already told y'all the Philly Dime story. Shout out to Philly Dime. Philly doing good. What, Philly's at like 87,000, 83,000? Shout out to Philly. He's on his way to 100,000 subscribers. But I'm going to tell you guys this. Philly was down here in Cali with me and another brother. We're going to the salsa club. But I tell Philly, before we walk up in this club, if a woman asks you to dance and you can't dance, go and try anyway. She'll think it's cute because you're trying, and she'll try to help you out with your steps. Okay, Dre, I got it. We go in the club, about an hour into it. Young lady walks up to Philly. She puts her hand out, just the sweetest young lady, right? She puts her hand out. What does Philly do? Freeze like Frosty the Snowman. I mean, literally freeze. Didn't say anything, didn't look to the left, right. It was almost like she was invisible, like he was looking through her. And I'm looking at him like, and the other partner looking like, dude, you gonna dance or what you gonna do? After about a good 10 seconds, the young lady standing there with her hand out, I just grabbed her hand and I took her to I think you guys heard me tell this story before. I took her to the dance floor. Mm-hmm. Guys, just because you cannot dance, still try. They want to know if you're going to have fun, enjoy yourself. I know that was one of the tests, and Andrea never said this, but I did know this. When it came to the first few times I came around her family, one of the tests about me being American was, let's see if he is down to earth and he's cool with just dancing and having fun, right? Or if I was one of those stuck-up Americans that I don't dance.
That's what my family loves, Andre. Because he does everything. I mean, he's not an expert, but he tried. He's trying to having a good time.
Yep.
Yeah.
And they are often impressed the fact that I'm getting a little bit better each time.
Mm-hmm. Kind of random question, but I would ask anyway. Do you guys experience any issues with pests like large spiders or snakes in South Africa?
Or maybe he meant South America.
Yeah. Some places have issues with wild monkeys. Okay.
Part of South America. You talking about in the Amazon somewhere with tarantulas?
In Amazon, obviously, they got a hotel with monkeys, of course.
Yeah, they got the monkeys there in the Amazon. And I'm gonna say something in all sincerity. I haven't seen, I have not seen any rats. I haven't seen a mouse.
Hear that like this.
Yeah, I have now
The
maybe in
más
certain areas, in certain neighborhoods or something, but I haven't seen any. Now I know this South America. Don't get it twisted. So I know every type of animal, but I think because and this is my theory, babe.
Mhm.
I think because there are so many vultures. You got to realize Cali, Colombia has over 1,000 different birds. So I think because there are so many vultures and so many animals of prey and so many hawks, you ain't gonna see no mice running around here. You ain't gonna see no rats running around here because they would have got scooped up fast, and I mean fast. So I haven't seen any of the type of pests that we deal with in the United States. I haven't seen any flying roaches, but we don't do roaches. So and then now I have seen roaches like walking down the street, and them things like as big as your fist. Them some big boys. Like they look at you like, "What's up, man?" Now they can wear a gold chain and not get robbed,
Mhm. Mhm.
but other than that,
Yeah.
yeah.
Reggie say, I got a new passport book and a new passport card.
All
Can I
right.
use my card as an ID and leave my book in the
No,
hotel?
no. You have to have either a phone, take a photo with your phone,
Mhm.
or you have to have your passport with you. The reason why you can only use, here it is, guys, you can only use your passport card on cruise ships and going to Canada.
Mhm.
That's it. You can't even use it when you're in Mexico. Canada will accept you, use your passport to get in, but if they stop you in Canada, you can use your passport card as a form of ID in Canada. In Mexico, no, you still have to use your passport all the way through. But in order to get to Canada, you got to use your regular passport.
Mhm.
When you're on a cruise ship and you're going to like one of the British Virgin Islands, you can use your passport card. But any other time in any place of the world, you cannot use your passport card. That's why if you notice, your passport card has one set of numbers, and your passport has a completely different set of numbers.
Mhm. Okay. So that was the topic for tonight.
That was the topic for tonight,
Yeah.
guys. We talked about things that you should never ever do while you are here in Colombia. There is no breaking of the rules. You can't come to Colombia with just cards and don't have cash or get cash.
Mhm.
You can't come to Colombia and don't think that you ain't gonna get on that dance floor. Be expecting it. Bachata, merengue, kumba, salsa, all type of music.
Mhm.
If you go to a festival, they expect you to jump up and down, dance. They're gonna throw powder on you and all type of, you're just gonna have fun.
Mhm.
So expect that to happen. Don't be funny style.
Yeah.
And also don't give papaya. Never give papaya.
Yeah. Well, you guys, thank you so much for being coming to the live stream. Thank you a lot for supporting about the Cash App comments, questions, and yeah, you guys, thank you a lot for Andrea is back on Love Crossing
Oh
Borders.
yeah.
But thank you so much, you guys.
Thank you guys also for
Hmm.
she said cash apps. We are setting up the Patreon, so we'll be launching it this week. So any of you guys that are looking to support us have always been asking us about our Patreon. Hey Dre, where's your Patreon? We're going to have that set up for you guys this week, this Friday. This Friday's topic is going to be man in demand. I talked about this last week. I'm going to give some details, some statistics on a global basis on how you men are in demand globally. You are wanted. You are wanted and expected in other countries. Don't let women in the United States fool you into thinking that nobody needs you. I promise you, there are so many countries that are doing whatever they can to get men to come to their country. So we're going to talk about that topic this Friday. I'm going to have some great information.
Yeah. Thank you, a lot, you guys, for this live stream, for being here, you guys, and we'll see you the next one.
All right. My name is Andre.
My name is Sandra.
And we are
Love
Love Crossing
Crossing Borders.
Borders. We're up out of here.